You are listening to the MDRS podcast, The All-Inclusive, where we bring you the latest news and information about our services for Mississippians with disabilities. On today's podcast, we are talking about the WIPA Program, or Work Incentives Planning and Assistance Program. Today, we will tell you how our MDRS certified counselors work to bring you information about all the state and federal regulations that could possibly affect your benefits. Here to tell us about the WIPA program is Executive Director Chris Howard.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank y'all so much for joining us on today's podcast. I tell you, we've really got a great program to talk to y'all today about, and it's called the Work Incentive Planning and Assistance Program, also called WIPA. This is a program that is funded by the Social Security Administration. It's a 100% federal program, and I tell you, the Mississippi Department of Rehab Services has the luxury of administering this great program. And to kind of tell you what it does, if you think about this, people all across the state, especially those who have disabilities, sometimes have public benefits. So they rely on these public benefits for shelter, for food, for home, to take care of their families. But as an agency, what we do is, through our vocational programs, we help individuals go to work. So in doing that, sometimes that could affect someone's benefits. So through this program, we have the great opportunity to talk with individuals and assist them in making good decisions as they go to work. So again, this is a 100% federal program. It's funded by the Social Security Administration. And again, it's benefits planning and assistance to all SSDI and or SSI disabled consumers. And it's between the ages of 14 to 64 who have that employment goal. So anyone coming to our office, say, searching for a job, we're going to connect them to one of our disability benefits folks, and they're going to actually sit down and talk with them about their benefits and what will happen if those individuals go back to work. So, when you sit down with these certified counselors, to kind of tell you a little bit, they're here to help you, and what they're going to do is they're going to help you understand how your employment may or may not affect your benefits. They're also going to help you understand the different work incentives that are available, so that you can help choose what best fits your scenario. And then also to help you understand what to do when there are changes in your income or employment status. So if you go back to work, or say, man, you're doing a great job and you're eligible for a promotion, ultimately that may impact your benefits. So to have these certified counselors there to help you through the process is really a great opportunity to help individuals all across our state. In addition to that, also understanding how work may affect other benefits such as SNAP, housing, Medicaid, and Medicare. So kind of in short, our certified counselors are translators between you and all the state and federal rules and regulations that could apply to your benefits. So truly, these counselors are very vital to your being able to work and keep all your benefits. They also know how to help you and give guidance in every area of concern that you may have about working while maintaining your benefits. So to get into a little more detail, we have Miss Lisa Ladner, who's one of our 5 community work incentive coordinators who works through MDRS and helps individuals across this great state. And she's going to give you some more details exactly about, exactly what the WIPA program does and how these incentive coordinators can truly help you make the best decisions possible as you're looking for that employment goal. Then in addition to Lisa, you're also going to hear from one of our clients. Her name is Miss Dominique Mays, and she's going to give you a real-life experience of how the benefits planning has helped her as she's reached her employment goal.
A certified CWIC goes through intensive training through Social Security. We go through training every year. We have to maintain 18 continuing credits per year. We have to know how veterans benefits, workers' comp, Medicaid, Medicare, ABLE accounts, SSI, SSDI, food stamps, how all of that fits together. There are so many pieces to the puzzle. What's going to happen to my Medicaid? Where's my health insurance going to come from? How am I going to make ends meet? What's going to happen if I get married? What happens if I have children? What happens if I marry somebody that's on disability, just like I am? Somebody needs to be here to bridge the gap.
She's able to be my person that can cut out the middleman, basically, and be able to go in and speak to people the way, if I can't step in and speak the way that I need it to be spoken to, I can go to her and say, hey, Lisa, I don't think this person is understanding what I'm saying.
So as y'all just heard, as you can see that Lisa truly has a passion for what she does, and all of our benefits coordinators across the state have that same passion, and you can, you've heard the training that's involved in making sure that our coordinators, our counselors truly know what to help these individuals with. So great story there. Also, you heard from Ms. Dominique Mays, again, a real life story of how these benefits coordinators truly help her in making those decisions as well as clients all across the state. So great words there. What we're going to do is we're going to go to a break, and when we come back from the break, I have Ms. Linda Hall. She is the WIPA Program Manager in the studio with me, and I've known Linda for a long time, and we are really lucky to have her at the Mississippi Department of Rehab Services. Her knowledge and her passion for what happens at this agency, and she's, when we come back, she's going to talk a lot more about the WIPA program. So y'all stay with us.
We will be right back with more about the WIPA program. Stay with us. At the Mississippi Department of Rehabilitation Services, our employees are dedicated to making a difference in the lives of Mississippians with disabilities. Thousands have been helped by our services. If you are looking for a new career or you want to learn more about our services that could help you live more independently, we are here to help. Please visit our website at mdrs.ms.gov. And now we rejoin our MDRS podcast, The All-Inclusive, as we continue our discussion about the WIPA program.
All right, thanks for joining us again. We are continuing our discussion on the Work Incentives Planning and Assistance Program, also known as WIPA. So again, joining me today is Ms. Linda Hall. Linda, again, is the director of the WIPA program, and I've got her in studio today. So Linda, thanks for being on today.
Thank you for having me.
I have a few questions for you,
Okay.
and I know our listeners want to hear all about the WIPA program and hear a little more, details about it. So, I guess the first thing is, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Linda Hall, and I've been with Mississippi Department of Rehab for 28 years, believe it or not. And I've worked with the WIPA program since 2013 and have enjoyed every minute of it. It's a wonderful program because so many people, are not aware that they're able to work and still keep their benefits. So it's a wonderful program.
So when you say WIPA is a wonderful program, and when you look at our state, we got 3 million people. We serve probably 20,000 maybe Mississippians with disabilities every year, and then you're continuing to work with those those individuals who go back to work. So why is WIPA so important to Mississippi and to those individuals we serve?
I think it's so important because most people think if they go to work, they'll lose their benefits, but that's not the case. And Social Security has put into place so many different work incentives that will help individuals to be able to work and still keep their benefits. And most people are not aware of that, but the CWICs that work with the WIPA program, we're able to help them understand that process so that they can understand that they can work and still keep their benefits.
Mm-hmm. So when you talk about benefits, when you actually sit down with individuals, what is their biggest concern? I know you've talked to a lot of folks, and your folks have talked to a lot of folks, but if you had to summarize it, what do you think is the biggest concern individuals have when they meet with y'all?
I think the biggest concern is fear. Most people think if they go to work, they'll lose their benefits, but that's not the case. Social Security has put, like I said, work incentives in place, and work incentives are basically work supports to help them to be able to keep the benefits as well as work. And a lot of people are not aware of that. But fear is the biggest concern.
So, Linda, you gave some really awesome information, but let me ask you, if we've got individuals out there listening and saying, man, this really sounds good, but what do I do next? Where do I go? What is step one? Can you kind of walk us through what an individual needs to do to get this valuable information that y'all provide?
I think the first step is contacting the WIPA program. Once they make contact, then what we'll do is find out what benefits they're receiving, whether it's SSI or DI, because they're two different programs, and those programs have different set of rules. So we want to make sure that we're giving accurate information for the program. So we'll get the consent form signed, get the BPQY, and once we get the BPQY, then we'll know exactly what's on their work record so that we can provide that accurate information. And then the next step is, what is the employment goal? What do you want to make? Once they tell us what they want to make, then we're going to help them to identify work incentives that are available. Social Security has put into place so many different work incentives to help consumers to be able to keep more of their benefits. And a lot of people are not aware of this. So that's what we'll do. That'll be the steps. But like, for example, if I'm working with someone, transition age youth, say age 22 or younger, and they're receiving SSI benefits, and the federal rate is $841 for SSI. What I'm going to do is talk to that student about student earned income exclusion. It's a work incentive. And that work incentive allows those students to exclude up to $8,230 per year. So basically what I'm going to tell that student, if you make $770 a month, you can keep your Medicaid as well as keep your SSI check of $841. So basically that consumer will go from $841 plus the $770 to a total income of $1,611 for the month. So basically you benefit by working because you're going to have more money. So that's just one example of, what I would tell someone. And if someone is receiving DI benefits, of course, we're going to talk about the trial work period. Everybody get one trial work period where they get 9 months to trial work. And during that time, they can make as much money as they want to. So basically, we encourage them to make as much money as they want to, because every time you make $970, Social Security says it's a trial work month. If you make $5,000, it's still a trial work month. So basically, you need to take advantage and make as much money as you want to during that time. And trial work period, it's one of the work incentives. It's a wonderful work incentive. Who doesn't want to have 9 months to try work and then decide, whether you can work or not? But after that point, then they'll especially need to work with the CWIC so we can help them to understand the next level, which is the SGA level, looking at if they're making enough money where they don't need their check or not. But that's where we come in and help them to identify other work incentives that they can utilize so they'll be able to keep their check if they choose to do that.
Okay. Let me ask you this. You mentioned students. So if we have a mama or a daddy listening right now and saying, man, this sounds great. My young adult is going to graduate this year. They're going to graduate next year, and they're going to work. What does that parent need? Is there anything the parent needs to do other than what you just mentioned to get their child set up or have that meeting to get their child's benefits, figured out before they take that next step into employment?
And usually we try and meet with the parents as well, so they'll have a clear understanding. But the first step with verification that they are a student, they're under the age of 22, and that they're attending school. Social Security is going to require that documentation. Once they get that documentation on file, then whenever they report monthly, Social Security is going to automatically give them that work incentive. And say for some reason, if you have a student that chooses not to make that $770, and they say, well, I got a job and I'm going to make $2,000 a month, it's okay, because $2,040 is the maximum that you can exclude a month. The only thing, they're going to exhaust that $8,230 quickly, but after that, then we're going to look at other work incentives. So basically, we need to be working with the students throughout the process to make sure, they're getting what they need so that they'll be able to keep their benefits. And it's all about working with that CWIC. You have to work with that CWIC because you can find yourself where you've exhausted all of the exclusions you have. But there are other work incentives, and there are work incentives for SSI that are different for the DI program, 2 different programs. So basically, if someone is interested, I'm going to say call the WIPA program and get with a CWIC so that we can help you navigate through that process.
That's fantastic. And if someone's interested, of course, they can go to mdrs.ms.gov. They go to our website there. In the upper, I think, left-hand corner, there's a locator services or locator search. I can't remember the exact tab, but if they click on that, if you type in your area, of course, it'll show you the phone number and address of the office closest by. And I just saw this. Y'all have a Ticket to Work helpline. Is that right?
That's right. Social Security has a helpline. If they call that helpline, they're going to speak with the representative and get general information. Now, if they're working, then the helpline is going to send us a referral. Well, they send the referral to me, and then what I do, I assign it to one of the CWICs. But they're going to give them the general information, but they don't go into details about all the other work incentives if they're working. They pass that on to the WIPA program.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And I got to put a plug in this on our podcast, but Mississippi Able. You talked a lot about incentives. In addition to offering those incentives, y'all also talk to individuals about Mississippi Able, right? That's part of your portfolio, so to speak. So talk briefly about how you talk to individuals about Mississippi Able.
Well, the main thing, what we try and do is find out that they meet the requirements of, receiving benefits prior to age 26, and we always put that information in the BSNA, which is Benefit Summary Analysis. It's the write-up that we do. And we also help consumers to understand, because a lot of times people are working, and they want to save the money. Now, with Social Security, you're only required to have those, $2,000 resources. If you go over, then you lose your benefits. But we talk to them about the ABLE account. That's an excellent way to save your money because you're not forced to spend it. You might want to save it for things that you need. So the ABLE account is an excellent opportunity to do that. And we make sure that we provide the brochures to everyone, and we put that in the BSNA so they can understand that it is available.
Okay. Yeah, because y'all know we love Mississippi Able. It's another tool in the toolbox to help individuals save for the future, and exactly what y'all do every day. It's another way for people to save and not be afraid, am I going to lose my benefits? So it's really a great program in addition to what y'all do every day. I mean, to really help individuals plan for the future, find those great careers, and know that, hey, I can do this. I can be successful. I can make this money. I can provide for my family and still not be concerned about, am I going to lose my Social Security? Am I going to lose my SNAP or my Medicaid? So, again, the work that y'all do, across the state truly changes lives. And that's what we do at the Mississippi Department of Rehab Services. So
that's the goal.
So, guys, y'all just heard from Linda Hall. Linda has been our director for, what'd you say, 28 years?
28, well, not with WIPA, but 28 years with the agency. This is year 29 I'm working on.
I mean, if y'all can see the video, she doesn't look like she's but 25. So she looks.
Blessings, Chris. Thank you.
but we're excited to have Linda with us today and talking about this great program. So as you heard on the podcast, really some great stuff we're doing, some great opportunities for individuals to go to work, make that great money, and not be concerned so much about losing their benefits. So, all right, thank y'all for joining us today. Thank you for the opportunity to talk to y'all about WIPA and the great program that it is to help individuals to be able to save for the future, work for the future, and not be at fear of losing your benefits. So, again, some really great information. I hope y'all got some valuable information from this. If you would like to learn more, again, please go to our website at mdrs.ms.gov and go to our locator services and find one of these coordinators, because, again, Linda and her entire team are here to serve you and help you through this process. And I know a lot, like I said, a lot of y'all may be fearful of, what if I go back to work? Or what if I make this much money? Am I going to lose these valuable benefits that I need from myself and my family? So, I want to assure you that we're here to help you. We're here to walk step by step through that process with you. And Linda and her team are trained really well. They got the training from Social Security Administration, which they talked about earlier. But again, they're here to help you, guide you, navigate you through this fearful process of, am I going to lose my benefits? So again, thank y'all for being here today. Thank you for listening to this podcast. And we are here to serve you, and God bless each one of you.
Thank you for listening to The All Inclusive, the MDRS podcast, bringing you the latest news and information about our services for Mississippians with disabilities. Be sure to follow us on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Play, Amazon, and YouTube to to catch the latest episode. Thanks for joining us.